What is up, guys? I suck. I'm doing a little video on probably one of the best times I had when I was growing up. Um, let's see. This is a GB 1v1 singles match, mostly a sniper match, but So I think one of the unique times I had was when I was in Freedom, and which is a small town in Pennsylvania, and um, I could remember it was about 2 years ago. Me and my friends, we played a game called the Car Game, which basically it is if you see a car, you scream a word that you guys pick, and you gotta hide. And if you're in the headlights, you lose a life. You gotta get so far. If you lose all your lives, you gotta go back. And it was a fun game at times because we was little kids and everything. And um, well, we weren't little kids, but it was just fun to play while we got bored of Xbox or bored of whatever we was doing, talking to gorillas. But that's besides the point. And you get realize, and my neighborhood was pretty big, so we decided to do it. It was around December-ish. We decided to do this, and we got one of the. There's this road called Levi Road, and you have to touch the other side of it, and it's main road, so it's like a little harder, and there's like no coverage. So we got a pass there, and we came back, and my friend thought it would be smart. It's around December, toward the end of the month, so you know how cold it is. There was snow on the ground and everything, and you can imagine how cold it was. It was probably like 20 degrees maybe. I could see my breath. My friend took off his shirt and started walking. And he's sitting there saying how bad he was, and like, oh look, I can stand this. I'm gonna walk out of your house with it, because we were staying at my house, and we had Paul Hall, and it was Joey Stanyard and me, and everything, and what happened was, like, he took off his shirt, so I took off my shirt. Paul took off his shirt. Joey's the one who started this. So after he took off his shirt, I decided to be a smart ass and take off my pants. I took off my pants. I had nothing else on under them. I had boxers. I took off my shoes and socks and started walking home. It was about 15 minutes from my house, walking distance. And Paul said, no, you're crazy. He put back on his shirt after like 2 minutes. Joey, he did the same thing. Took off his shirt, took off his pants, took off his shoes, took off his socks. We walked home. So, we get home. We start walking, and we're sitting there freezing. Paul and them was like, why don't you put on your shirt and your pants and stuff? We're like, no, because we don't want to be pussies. Because we said something like whoever doesn't do it is a pussy or something, which was kind of stupid. It was really cold out, and I don't know. I don't even know why we did it. We just did it because we can. YOLO. And honestly, it was pretty funny if you were there. And I get home, and it was about midnight when we left, and my grandma was still up. She was on, I think, Facebook playing Farmville, or those games and everything. And she was grinding out Facebook while we was grinding outside, being in our boxers playing the card game. And we get back, and before I walked into the house, I noticed my nipples were purple, like they were turning purple, because it was so cold out. And like I get into the door, and as soon as I get in the door, my grandma was like, what are you guys doing? We're like, we came home in our boxes and everything, and she's like, why? Your nipples are purple. I'm like, I know they're purple, and they're really cold, so we decided to sit there and do nothing until we warmed up, because it was so cold. Like, we couldn't even hold an Xbox controller because our hands were so cold. And basically, I didn't take my phone out, because last time I took a phone out, I ended up losing it when I played like a game like that or something, or like when we played a release. And it was a fun time. And also, he kind of put it this way: Joey lost his phone, and we didn't know it until about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So 2-3 o'clock in the morning, my grandma is legitly still grinding Facebook, Farmville, or whatever she was playing at the time. I can't remember exactly. We had to tell her to go. We had to go outside and find his phone. so it could be practically anywhere. We took flashlights and everything. We take our route that we took, then find it. We found it all the way on Lovi Road, not smashed. It just landed in the middle of the road where we took our clothes off. So he gets up his phone. It was working. We started walking back home. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. We're freezing and we're wearing pants, shirt, socks, and shoes. We come back inside and we went to sleep because we said, "Screw this! We ain't doing this ever again." And then I have another pretty good story. I had Joey stay over my house and Chad come over, and Joey brought over his mom's laptop. And what happened was, put it this way, he had a tablet, and Chad took out the tablet and wanted to see if it would work and everything, and it didn't. It did, so he left it out and he went home because he couldn't stay or whatever. So when he went home, I threw the tablet up in the sky, up in the air, and I'm like, "Joey, catch it," and it hit his mom's laptop, and it probably smashed the laptop screen, and we were so paranoid that, like, Joey wasn't even mad, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to buy a new laptop or something. And like, no, it wasn't even like that. Like, we smashed it, and this was about 12 o'clock, and we usually don't go to bed until like 3, 4, 5. Sometimes we don't go to bed, and we went to bed around 11 midnight-ish because we didn't know what was gonna happen. He texted his mom saying, I kind of broke your laptop, and so as soon as he sent that text, we went to sleep. We woke up about 8 p.m. with a text message saying, "It's okay, Joey." And we're like, "There's no way." So we ignore it, right? And he tells his mom, she asked what happened to it. Joey said, "We went outside and we came back and it was smashed." So, and she believed it, so we stuck with that story ever since today, and we still have, because we don't know what would happen. It'd be too late to do something now because that was like 2 or 3 years ago. That was before I even had my license or permit. But I had more unique times and really good times in Freedom, but those are my favorite ones, honestly. One of the best ones I had, and it was just the day that we had fun, and that the card game was honestly really fun. We went pretty far. We ended up winning barely, and but that phone was pretty funny. So, but those are some stories. I'll probably bring some stories. We'll bring more stories and everything if you guys like this and if you enjoyed it. So, but that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the little 2 stories. One was a little short, but the Box Series one, the card game, it's probably my favorite one out of these 2. So, but that's it, guys. Thanks and peace, guys.